Guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Hannah and I am a 25-year-old mum to two. I gotta be a bit quiet because them two are just in the next room in their bedroom sleeping. But yeah, I thought today I would do a chatty get ready with me, give you guys an update about my life, what I've been up to, what's been happening. I feel like I've pulled my arm. There's Mia, Mia always just appears. Yeah, I thought I'd give you guys a chatty update because I feel like a lot's changed since I last spoke to you. But again, this video is very kindly sponsored by Irresistible Hair. I am going to do like a proper, all the animals are here now. You can tell when the kids go to sleep because all the animals come out and play. A proper try with this hair and just see what happens. But I'm gonna try and get my hair up in a tight bun this time. My hair is due a wash. There's animals everywhere, I do apologise. They'll run off in a minute. I feel like because my hair is a little bit dirty, it'll make it easier, hopefully, she says, with this hair. Yeah, we're just going to try and do a very, very tight bun. Sorry, I can't concentrate on two things at once, so I'm just going to do this. And then that's a bit, God, that's a bit too tight, that ponytail. And then we will start on the life update. I have gone with the lighter one. I do have the other one here. I just prefer, personally I prefer the honey blonde. The honey blonde one over the ash blonde one. Forgive me if I've got the colours mixed up, but I just prefer this one. That's the cat knocking the thing. Yeah, so we're going to go with this one. But yeah, guys, where do we even start? To begin with, I am no longer working. I had to pack it in, or pack it up, whatever you want to call it. Just for basically what happened is, if you guys have watched me for a little while, you'll know that Riley had an incident back in November, early December, when we come back from London, where he like choked on a piece of chicken and stopped breathing. Like his lips started to go blue and stuff, and I had to do like the Heimlich manoeuvre on him, and we called an ambulance and stuff, and he was fine. We managed to unlodge it before, you know, first responders and stuff got to us. But so we had that. So obviously I was dealing with, you know, anxiety relieving him and just worries about that, obviously. And then on the 17th of January we had plans obviously to go out. Had plans to go out, me and Jamie. Mum was going to have the kids for a few hours, overnight. And so this was Saturday the 17th, did I say? And then Riley ended up having a bad turn. He was poorly, and the issue with Riley is he gets poorly, like he gets a temperature very, very quickly. Like he'll be fine, and then an hour later he'll have a horrible temperature. So I took him downstairs. It must have been about 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock I took him downstairs in the morning on that Saturday, and he was fine. He was sat next to me. He just really wasn't settling upstairs, so I was like, well, I'll take him down. Which I did. He sat on the sofa with me, put the TV on, and and he was fine, you know, he had his water and stuff. I covered him up and gave him a cuddle, you know, as you do. And then he started to, you know, settle again. So I was like, fabulous, he's going to go back to sleep. And he did. He fell asleep in my arms. I feel like I need another hair grip, sorry. He fell asleep in my arms. And it couldn't have been 10 minutes later that he started to have like a fit, a convulsion. Like his eyes rolled to the back of his head. And obviously was having a fit. He come out of it. Oh god, that's very bad. He yeah, thankfully come out of it himself, you know, within seconds, thank god. And was, you know, tired and things like that, but obviously I like yelled up for Jamie because Jamie was asleep upstairs with Isabella. So I like screamed up for Jamie to come down. So he appeared, and obviously I was on the phone to 999 because obviously he's never had a fit before. So obviously I called 999 and they sent out an ambulance for him obviously to go to hospital, and it took him about 45 minutes to get here. They didn't come in the house. I took him out to the ambulance, phoned mum came round with my brother, and they obviously stayed with Isabella. Me and Jamie went to hospital with Riley. At this point he's okay, he's got a temperature, he's yeah, got a temperature. He's in the back of the ambulance. He's obviously wanting us, but he's obviously strapped into the harness on the stretcher. I'm in the back of the ambulance with him, and Jamie's riding shotgun with the ambulance driver. He was fine, obviously, he just wanted me. So I tried to make him as comfortable as I could, you know, given the circumstances. Tried to keep him as happy as can be, again, given the circumstances. But got to hospital, he was dead. It's like dead. It was him and only another little baby waiting to be seen. And he was seen pretty quickly, given ibuprofen and stuff. Nurofen. I gave him Calpol in the morning when I brought him down before his fit, and then he had Nurofen when we got to the hospital. The nurses and stuff were amazing, honestly. Couldn't fault them, they were brilliant, honestly. Yeah, they were really, and obviously in that kind of situation you're worried and upset, and I was a mess. And he was fine, you know. It turns out they're called febrile convulsions, which can happen if they get too hot. And like I say, he gets a temperature, he'll go from 0 to 60 in like a few hours, whereas Isabella, it can take a little while for her to get ill, get a temperature and hit, you know, a high temperature, whereas with Riley it can happen within an hour or two. And they said, you know, it's common in babies, you know, like I think, I can't remember, I think it's 18 months, but my brother had them when he was a kid. But they said that it can just come with, like I said, getting high temperatures and stuff. I feel like a terrible mum, because when I was taking him downstairs, he's like, you know when you feel ill and like you feel cold even though you're ill, and like his like teeth were chattering. So I went downstairs and like obviously give him his drink and stuff, and I didn't check his temperature, and like looking back on it, I should have just checked his temperature. just to make sure that he was okay. But obviously at the time I was really tired and stuff. I just wanted to see if he'd go back to sleep, just try and settle him. Yeah, so we was in hospital for a few hours with him. Like I said, they said that it's very common in children and stuff. This was, like I said, I was on half term from work, because obviously they closed at half term. Came home and stuff. Obviously cancelled going out on that Saturday. We were just obviously told to keep an eye out for if it happens again. But I've got the leaflet downstairs, but because it was his first one, they obviously took him into hospital. But if he has any more, as long as it's not in the same illness few days, as long as it's not in them same few days that he has the same illness, as long as it's not over 5 minutes, and as long as he comes out of it, you know, he doesn't have to go back to hospital and can be treated at home, because he's older than 6 months, I think. It's either 6 or 8 months, I can't remember. He doesn't have to go to hospital because obviously he's a lot older, he's 2 this month. But yeah, so I had all intentions of going back to work on the Monday, set my alarm Sunday night. Was obviously struggling with everything, just because, you know, it's just, that's my son, it's hard. So I was really struggling with just leaving him, but I thought, you know what, he's in great hands, he's fine, he's more himself, he was feeling better, he was looking better, you know, he was running around. And so I went to work, or left for work should I say, on that Monday morning. I think it was the 19th. Got about halfway up the road and just bawled my eyes out at just, you know, leaving him, not being with him, the anxiety, the stress. It just was really hard. And sorry, this is meant to be a get ready with me. But so I called up work and I said, I'm really sorry, I'm not going to be in today. Hoping to come back like the next day or a day after or whatever. And that didn't happen. I didn't end up going back. So I called out sick for a few more days, thinking, you know, I'll be fine, I'll end up going back in a few days or whatever. But it just got really worse. Like I couldn't, like a lot worse. Like I couldn't I couldn't leave the house without Riley with me. I was so worried. Like at night when he sleeps, I'm still the same now. Like I used to be bad when before this happened. But oh, my thing stopped working. Why is it not? Oh, maybe I need to squeeze it. Maybe I have to. There we go. I'm just using this Me Soothing. I can't even see if it's focusing, I'm sorry guys. I'm saying, yeah, I was really struggling at the thought of going to work and leaving him. Even though he's with Jamie, obviously, he's with his dad and whatever, and it's perfectly fine. I just could not leave him, no matter who he was going to be staying with, I couldn't leave him. So Jamie had a few days off work, because I was in a bad state. Like I couldn't sleep at night. I must have been getting up and checking him every 20 minutes to make sure he was still breathing, make sure he was okay. Like I said, couldn't sleep I think for nearly a week. I was running on about an hour or 2 sleep a night. I was just really struggling with it, and I got in contact with I was struggling, called work and said to him, I'd spoke to the doctors about getting a sick note, but they said you can only have a sick note after 10 days, or after 7 days. 7 days, I think. 10 days, I can't, it was one of them. And so I got in touch with work and they said, we need one after 4 days. And the doctor said, well, that's not right, blah, blah, blah. We can't give you one after 4 days. So obviously when I phoned work and stuff, they were like, oh, how much time off are you needing? And I was like bawling my eyes out at this point. I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to obviously explain it to them. I felt like it was just falling on deaf ears. Obviously I know at the end of the day they've got a company to run, but you know what I mean, it's only a small company. It's not like it's like a massive thing. I mean, this isn't a video to bash the company. They were great. My managers were really nice, great people, and I understand they've got a company to run, but a bit of sympathy wouldn't have gone amiss. That's all I'm saying. Especially when I was like I was sobbing my heart out on the phone trying to explain what happened and why I'm not at work and stuff, because I didn't want them to think that I was just like, you know, skiving or whatever. And so I come off the phone with them and stuff, spoke to the doctors. The doctors couldn't give me an appointment. I couldn't even get a phone appointment until the 4th of March. And this was on like the 20th of February. So yeah, so then I got in contact with work a few days later. I just said to Jamie, I said, I don't think I can handle going back to work. I think I was so exhausted because obviously I was going from like, and I appreciate so many, hundreds of thousands of families obviously go through working the long hours and stuff, and I 100% appreciate it, but obviously everything else that happened with Riley, on top of the exhaustion, I was just, you know, I was getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, being at work, getting home for just before 3 o'clock, and then Jamie would leave for work at 3:30, and then obviously I had like the animals to deal with when the kids woke up from nap, obviously getting them sorted, bath time, tea time, bedtime, tidying up, you know what I mean? It was just like 18 hours a day, maybe not 18 hours. If I get up at 5, kids went to bed at 8, I would normally try and go to bed about 9ish once everything had been tidied up and stuff downstairs. So that's 16 hours a day I was just on the go. And then obviously the kids were coming in at night time because obviously they wanted to give us cuddles and they felt safe with us, which is fine. I'm not bashing that. If my kids want to come in our bed, they come in our bed. I'm fine with that. So I think I was just so exhausted from everything, and then obviously on top of that worrying about Riley and waking up having horrible nightmares, and then obviously waking up to check on him, and it was hard. So me and Jamie spoke about it, and we're in a very fortunate position where leaving work was an option. So I contacted work on the Friday or Thursday, I think it was Thursday. Contacted work on the Thursday and I said, hey, thank you so much for the opportunity, but I'm terminating my contract with you guys effective immediately. I won't be back. So yeah, I'm not at work. Riley is much better. He's got over his cold. He's fine. He, like I said, has been diagnosed with, I don't know if it's a diagnosis, or if it's just a case of it was like a one-time thing. But yeah, so he's fine. He's great. I mean, he was fine. We came home, he was fine. It was just that aftermath, and I still to this day, that was what, it's the 10th of March today, and that was on the 17th of February, so it's been nearly a month, and I still cannot take Riley downstairs in the morning by myself. Like anything before like waking up time, anything before 6 o'clock, if I'm going downstairs to get him to go, I just can't do it. My brain I just physically and emotionally, I can't do it because I'm so worried of something happening again. When Jamie takes him down, I message him, I'm like, is Riley okay? I just struggling majorly with the anxiety with that part. So, I mean, Jamie's been amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better person, you know, to be by my side for this. He's been honestly my rock. If I've needed, obviously if I've struggled to sleep at night, because again, there's still nights where I'm up and down and awake every 20 minutes, every hour, and I can't sleep, and then I'm restless, and it's just, he gets up with the kids and stuff, gets them ready for nursery, gets Isabella ready for nursery, things like that, and he's honestly been amazing, and I love him so much. Words can't describe it. But yeah, so I'm officially a stay-at-home mum again. Hoping to be back in work before March next year when Riley turns 3. Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm thinking this, I've got something in the pipelines, but I'm not going to jinx it, so I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it. I can't even see if I've rubbed all this in. Give me a second. Yeah, I've got something in the pipelines, potentially, with a job. It's less hours, but I feel like it's what I need. I feel like I was just overdoing it, and everyone said to me, we told you you was overdoing it, we told you that it was... But again, everyone has been amazing, like support me and stuff. And so yeah, so we've, you know, just dealing with that as a family, and I know that it happened, you know, 3-4 weeks ago, but it's just taken so long for me to come to terms with it, especially what happened like in November as well, you know, when you just need time, like when you finally sit down and actually think about it, and you're just like, gosh. But yeah, so Riley is great. He is thriving, he is bouncing about, he is happy. He's currently sleeping, but he's as happy as he ever has been. He's just loving life. Obviously has no recollection, no memory of anything happening, so he's fine, he's not letting it bother him. But yeah, guys, so I do apologise for, it's kind of a bit of a downer on this get ready with me, but it's just life, innit? I mean, sometimes not everything goes to plan. But we do have some exciting stuff. Going on to some exciting stuff, we are going to Butlins next month with the kids. So we're hoping it's going to be nice. We're hoping that, you know, it's obviously not going to be too busy, just because it's not prime time for holiday makers, because it's outside of, it's just after, it's the following week after the Easter holidays, so no abundance of school kids and holiday makers and things like that. So we're very much, oh gosh, my glasses, we're very much looking forward to that. And then we are going to Disneyland, guys. We're going to Disneyland Paris in January for mine and Jamie's 1-year anniversary. Obviously the kids are coming, we're going as a family of 4. We're so excited. Jamie's even excited for it. He's ready for going to see like Star Wars and stuff. Yeah, he's excited to go obviously see all the Star Wars bits and pieces, because he's a little bit obsessed. He's probably going to end up watching all the Star Wars again before we go. But yeah, so we go in January, which we're so excited for. It, you know, when you're looking for holidays and you just think, how can they warrant such a massive price difference in literally a week? Like in a week it can go from, like at Butlins, it was like a half term in Butlins for a week was like £1,500, and I was like, and that was like for the lowest accommodation. You just think that's mental. But when we go in, I think I paid £120 for the week to go. So the kids are very excited. Isabella's already on about taking a spade and shovel and things like that. And yeah, we said we're going to get her a little swimming suit so that she can go. It's real close to the beach. We're staying at the Skegness one for Butlins, Monday to Friday. They've got so much stuff there. I remember staying there when I was a kid and we was moving up here. They didn't have half the amount of stuff. I was looking at the activities and like shows they've got, and so much of it is free. You've just got to book it. Obviously there's some stuff like rock climbing, bow and like arrow shooting, whatever the hell you want to call that, archery. And loads of stuff like that, obviously for older kids, and you need to pay for that. They've got like water sports, obviously you have to book for. I think they're free, but you just have to book them. Again, they're for older kids, so they wouldn't be beneficial for kids for my kids. But they've got like Peppa Pig there, they've got like Just in Time, and they've got like Play-Doh and soft play and all this sort of stuff, all free. We just obviously have to book it. Some of it doesn't even need booking, some of it you could just turn up to. But I don't know why I thought that was a mirror. But yeah, so we're very excited for that. Gotta get some swimming bits and pieces for the kids. Like I said, I'm looking at getting like an all-in-one, you know, like the sun safe swimsuit, so like the long legs, long sleeves, just because on some of this kids clothes nowadays just gives me the ick. Like, no Tesco's. I do not want to put my daughter in a crop top at 3 years old. What are you even on about? But yeah, so I'm going to get some sun safe ones for both kids. Also learned recently not to get blue, because blue swimsuits are harder to see if a kid is under the water. So it won't be blue. Isabella will probably get a pink one. Riley will probably get a dinosaur one. And yeah, we're just healing, I think. It's what we need. I think we need a break from everything. My amazing best friend is house sitting for us, fingers crossed. She's just double checking her calendar, but she's amazing. She's just amazing. I love her very much. And she has just been great, you know. But yeah, I feel like the four of us just need a break from normality, try and heal, you know. I feel like we've just had to, I think it just puts things into perspective when your kid is having, you know what I mean, like an ambulance is, you're told that the ambulance is on blues and sirens and your son is the highest priority. It just puts everything into perspective, you know. And I was just, like I say, I'm just very glad that we're fortunate and in a position where we are fortunate enough for me to be able to stay home. Jamie is still at work. Jamie is still working away. He is amazing, honestly. He's been an absolute rock. I just can't, I don't know, I feel like, because, I don't know, he's been amazing, that's all I can say. He's been so great with the kids and taking over, and he's at work, he works long shifts himself, and he's just always there if I need him, and I can't thank him. I'm going to put himself in the eye. I can't thank him enough for everything he's done for me and the kids. I feel like I just, you know when you just know you married the right one? I married the right one. There's not a shadow of doubt there for me. He is the love of my life, as corny as that sounds. But yeah, we have plans to go out. Haven't decided what we're doing yet. Probably something little, just because the kids are obviously with us. Like I said, Jamie's at work right now, so we're probably just going to, I don't know, maybe go for a meal somewhere or do something, just something little, just to, I don't know, make things a bit easier after how things have been. But anyway guys, this is it. I'm probably just going to bung on some jeans. I had plans to wear like a skirt and tights and everything, but I just feel like jeans is the way to go. And I feel like I managed, how does it look guys? I feel like I managed, no braid, it's in a bun, and it just, I feel like Barbie. That's who I feel like right now. It's all in, it's amazing. Obviously I need to give it a good brush, but it looks really good and I love it. And I feel like it's a good match. A few people said that they look really good, and I'm glad you think so. I really like them. But yeah guys, thank you so much for spending half an hour with me at this point, while I give you guys a little update about my life. Like I say, Riley's great. I think it's just me personally now. I think it's just, what's going on here? It's just me personally now that has to, I think my mind just has to process what's happened and things like that. But yes guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Irresistible Me, just Irresistible Hair by Irresistible Me, for these amazing hair ponytails, and I will link everything down below if you guys are interested in them. But yeah guys, again, thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I feel like it feels like a weight off my shoulders, because I feel like we're just good friends, and I feel like I can talk to you guys and you give such great advice. But yeah guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna leave it here and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.